Hello, I am getting ready for a job interview and I'm going to do my makeup. I'm kind of nervous. I want to talk a little bit about it and just use this as a reminder and maybe help someone else. I'm not sure. I already primed my face with the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb. Now I'm using the Nacre Beauty Plumping Line Smoothing Lip Treatment with Hyaluronic Spheres and Vitamin E. So I'm gonna keep it simple. I don't want to go crazy. I haven't used the Professional in a little bit, so apparently they reformulated this. It doesn't have silicone anymore. I have the old one, but I'm just gonna use it. Sometimes I feel like it works and sometimes I feel like it doesn't. Lately I feel like my pores have been really peeking through, so I'm going to use this on my T-zone and it looks like this. So them removing the silicone is supposed to be more better for the environment and better overall. Actually I'm gonna put it everywhere because I like how it feels. So I'm gonna focus it on my T-zone, but I'm gonna put it everywhere. And this makes your face feel soft and silky and provides a nice canvas for your makeup. I'm putting it on my eyes as well. And I want to do my eyebrows next because I feel like sometimes I don't do my eyebrows next and I feel like I'm gonna like it better if I do my eyebrows after. So lately I've been keeping it simple and I've been using the Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Brow Styling Gel. And this is in the shade Soft Brown. It looks like that. Tattoo Studio has a lot of products that I really like. They had their what is it called? Their it was like these cream eyeshadows that were really well. Mine I do not have anymore. I believe they have eyeliner. I think I may have one of those somewhere. Like a colorful one. I have to find it. But it's supposed to be longer lasting. Yeah. Ah. Okay, I found it. The Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I'm actually gonna use it today. You know what? I'm gonna use this as my good luck charm to put a little bit of blue, a little bit of fun on my lower lash line for my interview. To make it pop. Hopefully it'll make me stand out. I am really nervous. I typically work in healthcare. I studied healthcare management and I got into, first I started off as a patient service specialist and that's like working at the front desk and helping with appointments and helping check people in. And then I moved into someone retiring. So I moved into more of the medical coding side of things, which is a whole different a whole different ballpark, excuse me. And it's back office and I didn't know everything. I just knew mostly my specialty, which was a rehabilitation clinic. And it was neuropsych, urology, and physical medicine and rehabilitation. And let me tell you, that changed my life. I had never seen that many people with difficulties in their life at different ages. It was very young in my career and it just made me think differently about life. working at the front desk and then working at the back with the charges and the different doctors. There was a lot of different doctors that worked to help these patients, and for me, that definitely changed how I looked at life. And I don't know, I am interviewing for a different type of job now that is not in healthcare. It's in finance, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really nervous. I feel a little bit weird letting go of something that has been so part of my identity for so long. Even trying to do this interview using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow up to 24-hour foundation. I want to be glowing, you know, hopefully they see the glow. And then the Mara Hoffman Sephora collection number 56. I really like this brush. It's dirty right now. Please do not judge me or judge me. I don't care. I have another foundation brush I should probably switch over to using. Washing brushes is not fun. It's probably one of the least fun parts about makeup, but it's a must. I like waiting to do my foundation for last because then I could do one of these, you know, and just clean up a little bit. But basically, I think I need to pivot because I don't think where I am in my life, I've applied to other healthcare jobs, and depending on where God wants me, you know, that's where I will be, like in part of the revenue cycle. There's so much in healthcare and with insurance companies, with how that is funded. Anyone that is a provider, clinical, non-clinical, I have deep respect for the work that they do. Advanced practice practitioners, nurse practitioners, CNAs, nurses. If I missed anyone, please forgive me. But just anyone who works for healthcare that is part of the delivery and part of everything, because being a part of trying to figure out your health and that process is not fun. And having appointments, whether it be for regular maintenance or unforeseen circumstances, it's a part of life that is difficult. And when it comes to healthcare, everyone needs healthcare at one point in their life, whether it be birth, end of life, anything like that. It's a difficult reality to be faced with, and I do want to keep it more light on my channel. It's just something that I want to touch on because it has affected me, working through the pandemic and things like that. I want to try something new. I feel a little bit of guilt, but also I feel like God wouldn't open this door or this opportunity if it wasn't meant to be. So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it. This company does help with certain licensing for financial exams. The last time I was in school, well, I've always tried to do things in school and keep up with my education as best I could, and upskill. But I think that this would help me understand a little bit more about money. I feel like I'm lacking a little bit. I'm lacking a little bit of faith when it comes to money. I'm a little bit in the dark, and I think I owe it. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. Ooh, I did not expect that. I'm sorry. I just used the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. Yes, I still love this. I think this is one of the best concealers. If you are in the market for a concealer, this concealer has not failed me yet, okay? And I'm just using the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder to set this. But yeah, I feel like I owe it to my family. I'm a first-generation college student, and when I studied healthcare management, I did my best trying to pick my major, okay? I was 18, didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I had to go to college. I wanted a good life for myself. And right now, I'm going through a little bit of a rough patch, okay? And I'm not letting it end me. I can talk a little bit more about mental health on this channel and what I've gone through, different life changes and things like that. But I don't want to give up on myself and others. I want to change people's lives. And I think finance, while it's different than healthcare, I think that that's a way to change people's lives as well. And you can't do what you don't know. So there's so many sectors and so many things in life that you just don't know until you try. Okay, my eyebrows are fluffy. I kind of like that. They're a little free. I'm just putting powder on it as well. I'm trying to be in a good mood for this interview and just trying to put my best foot forward and be hopeful. I feel like my identity has changed a lot over the years, my confidence. You know, when you're young, I feel like, or at least for me, I was more bold and just a go-getter, just doing what I can. You tell me to do this, this is for my future. Okay, I'm doing it. And I feel like some of that fire has kind of burnt out a little bit, which I don't want to admit. But you know what? It's okay. God is here. God can change lives. God is inspiring. I can be inspired by others. I can be a light for others. And I'm going to, okay, it's possible. Change can happen. Okay, CoverGirl, I like this moment that I'm having because I'm doing my makeup, something that sometimes feels heavy to do, sometimes is therapeutic, sometimes is all these things. And I'm doing it while talking to you guys, which sharing something personal. I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend So Flushed Hot Frenzy High Pigment Blush and the AOA Studio F13. The other blush that I used, AOA Studio F12. Do not sleep on AOA Studio, okay? AOA blushes, Shop Miss A, that is one of the most affordable brushes that I've seen and that I've gotten a chance to try, and they're so good, and they have so many different types, and they just make me really happy and excited to do my makeup. I'm just putting a little bit of blush in my crease. I don't think I'm gonna do much eyeshadow today because I just want to do something simple for out the door. I am gonna do blush. I want to look awake and happy and excited to be there. So, and on my nose, youthful. Yes, we are going for it. Okay, we're going for it today. I'm going to do one more swipe of the brow. But I'm proud of myself for even trying and going out of my comfort zone. And I just want to believe in myself that I can do anything I set my mind to. So even if it makes me uncomfortable, like talking about money or reality, you know, we only have one life, and I want to do the best that I can, and I have to keep learning. I can't give up. And there are times that I have felt that I wanted to give up. This is the Sephora cream blush in Coral Rose. I really like this because it works as a highlighter too, and it is kind of older, so I'm just spraying it with some Fix Plus to get the particles moving, and then I'm just applying that right on top of the CoverGirl blush, and it's adding a little bit of sheen. This reminds me of a more pigmented version of NARS Orgasm, which NARS, being younger, hearing about that, that's kind of intense. But my first makeup experience and all the crazy names that some companies name it, it makes it fun, but also it's a little out there. But yeah, I have this interview. I don't want to give up after this. I guess I want to document some of my journey because maybe some of you are going through this. I am in my late 20s now. Actually, not even in my late 20s. I'm 30. I'm in my early 30s. And I feel like I shouldn't say my age, but I am because I want to be transparent. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Show Gold. And I'm going to just add a little more highlighter. And actually I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow and put it on my lids as well. I just really want to show up and be something fresh, okay? This is a part of makeup, made me so happy before. I used to know everything about what was coming out, and I actually work at Ulta now, part-time, which back then that would have made a huge difference. And my mom is going to come in now and tell me to hurry up. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Okay. I do live at home, which, you know what, I don't want to be embarrassed about. I moved out at one point and it was beautiful. It was a part of my journey and my experience, and it didn't work out. And instead of being embarrassed about it, I'm going to be grateful that my mom is on this planet and that I get a chance to live with her, and then I get a chance to learn and be in a home. And you know what? I'm not in a rush. I'm figuring things out. And is this what I planned? No, but it's gonna be okay. So I'm using the Maybelline Tattoo Studio in Blue Disco. And I'm just using that on my lower lash line. Okay, actually I need to sharpen it because it is not doing too good. I'm gonna just use that on my lower lash line. I used to like to do that a lot. Use a blue or a fun color just to make my brown eyes pop. You know, sometimes with brown eyes it could feel a little boring. And I don't think it should be like that. I think you need to be proud of whatever color God gave you. And makeup helps, okay? So you can see the difference. I already kind of started the other side. Oh, I got some on in my eye. So that is just a little something extra. I'm only doing that on my lower lash line. And then, let's see, do I have, on my inner corner, I'm going to use Bambi by ColourPop. They're Raindrops. When raindrops fell from the sky, and day you left me, an angel cried, he cried. It actually goes really well with the Show Gold. It almost looks exactly like Show Gold, actually. So I'm doing that. And then lastly, the mascara, which if you haven't tried the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, it is really, really good, okay? It coats every lash. The wand is kind of big, so it's a little bit hard to maneuver, but it's worth it. And I just twirl it on my lashes like that. That song, Raindrops by Ariana Grande, is one of my favorite songs. That whole album, I think it's the Sweetener album, definitely changed my life. I'm having a hard time listening to music lately. I think when I figure out more of my life stuff, I'll be able to do that again. I just, there are times when music has been a huge part of my life and times when it kind of got on the back burner, and now is one of those times. And I'm just working through the ebbs and flow of life. See the difference before I... Huge difference. Coats every lash, really black. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I'm gonna do some touch-ups after of the eyeliner. When raindrops fell. Okay, I need to stop. I've been trying to get closer to God and understanding about life. Life is quite a journey. Some joys, some pain. I'm trying to figure it all out. Okay, touching up the eyeliner a little bit and on the waterline mostly. I think I was supposed to do my spray before I did my mascara, but I'm going to go ahead and spray my face and then do the lip product. So I'm going to use the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray by Charlotte Tilbury. It smells really, really good. And while that is wet, I'm actually going to take the Show Gold and just right here, bring 2016 back. And also again, my eyebrows, any hairs that are out of place, just do one last taming. Sometimes they go a little haywire. And then for my lip, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to use the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in Raspberry Jelly. The color of this is really, really great. Looks like this. Simple applicator, plastic applicator. Oh, almost went over. Okay, that is the final look. I need to take this off. Okay, I'm gonna put on my blazer and I'm going to see if I could change my life. I'm going to talk a little bit more on this channel, hopefully, about some things and make this a channel, a place of hope. And yeah, thank you for watching and listening, and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of your week whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. And que Dios te bendiga, and God bless you, and wish me luck.